Yeah, man. So maybe we can just thanks so much again for joining us on the podcast. And I was telling Snap a couple of weeks ago that I really wanted to feature you on the podcast because I felt like you have such an
Oh,
interesting story, and I feel like not a lot of people know much about um, your world, the Hare Krishna world. So maybe you can like
oh yeah.
I guess take us back to the your story. Where would you want to
Yeah,
jump
your
off
journey.
from?
Yeah, your
Yeah, yeah.
journey.
I'm really excited because I'm
Oh
hearing this for the
yeah.
first time too.
That's gonna be awesome. I'm not really used to it telling my story, but first I just want to first pay obeisances to my teachers, spiritual teachers. Om Magyanati Miranda Sha Jananjana Salakaya Sakshurun Militam Yena Tashmai Shri Gurave Namaha. I was born in the darkest ignorance, and my spiritual master opened my eyes with the torch of spiritual knowledge. And also, I just want to send my prayers and um, my hearts to the people suffering these trying times.
Yes.
And it's very relevant of what's happening. So yeah, I was telling Nikki, di ako sanay na I was telling about myself, but since he's a cool guy, last person I've met before the lockdown,
Thank you.
and through a cool person, si Ini. Yeah, for sure. It's really fun. It's gotta be fun, of course.
Salamat.
And by the way,
Salamat talaga.
yeah. They call me Radhacaran Dasa. It's really hard to pronounce because it came from the word Sanskrit, Radhacaran. So, yung iba may spelling na H dun sa C. So, Radhacaran.
Radhacaran Dasa.
Radhacaran.
Yeah.
Is there do they have a nickname for you there, or they have to call you Radhacaran?
They call me Radhacaran. It was given by my spiritual master. So, I was using it for a long time na siguro. Yeah, years na.
Nice,
Galing.
nice.
Yeah.
So Radhacaran, like maybe you can like take us back from like I guess
Take
the
us
beginning. I
back.
mean, where you feel like what was the important starting point of your journey, your immense spiritual journey?
Yeah, well, exactly. It's really a trippy journey. I started when I was, I think, 13 and 14 years old. I was skating a lot into arts, underground music. Then, during those times, I was into punk music, underground, and I became a vegan. 13, 14 years old. That was like more than half of my life already. Tapos, of course, I was a kid. Hindi ako marunong magluto. Hindi masarap yung mga kinakain namin. All my best friends skating around. During those times, hindi pa ganun ka-boom yung internet, and all those who were skating, all those who were in the underground, saka sa music scene, magkakakilala. And we're all searching saan may masarap na kainan. And restaurants, yung mga restaurants noon, hindi pa uso. It was like some SM vegetarian, I think, body. So, nabutan ko yung body when they were 40 pesos.
Galing.
So yeah, naghahanap ako ng mga masarap na mga pagkain. I just want to learn. I just want to maintain the lifestyle. Nangyari, may namit ako na monk. Yung namit ko na monk are telling me, may masarap na vegetarian party tayong pupuntahan. Then, long story short, katabi namin ng village yung temple nila. Then, for a longest time, I'm going there. They're all my friends. They're very compassionate. They're very kind, accommodating. Little did I know, after a decade, yung pangarap ko na maging monk, ginawa ko na ngayon.
Wow.
So bakit ayun yung naging start ng spiritual journey ko? During those times, di pa uso, hindi pa trend yung maging vegan or vegetarian eh. Talagang sobrang mind-blowing sa mga tao. Saan yung may ganun pala sa Pilipinas? So,
Anong year to?
Mo.
What year was this?
I was high school back then. 2003, 2004.
Yeah, hindi pa nga uso nga nun.
Hindi pa.
Hindi pa ganun kauso.
Ano pa,
Yeah.
burn ng CD pa yung uso nun.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Negosyo ko yun.
Di ba? Para lang makarelate yung mga tao.
Yeah, ayun yung Dial-up pa yata nun eh. I think
Oh,
dial-up
Dial-up
pa.
pa yun, dial-up.
Oo.
Pacific
Dial-up pa.
Internet.
Well, yeah.
Grabe.
So, once you get a hold ng mga friends na like-minded sa'yo, you maintain it. Nagkikita kayo or I think I'm not sure kung may MySpace na nun. Pero we connected. Tapos, kahit sa ibang bansa, yung mga vegetarian nun, saka yung mga sa underground music, we connect. Bakit yung naging start ng spiritual journey ko? Mind-opening sa akin yung malayo dun sa culture kung saan tayo lumaki. Like, of course, natural yung hindi plant-based diet sa mga tao. And yung nabuksan ako dun sa idea ng compassion, nabuksan ako dun sa idea ng spiritual food, then widening ng consciousness or yung paglawak ng mind. Sobrang na-curious ako. And nagkaroon ng sagot yung main question ko nung bata ako.
Okay.
Main question ko nung bata ako, sobrang kakaiba. Sabi ko noon, ano ba yung art? Kasi milig ako sa art.
Okay.
Tapos lahat ng pinupuntahan ko mga art shows when I was a kid, performance arts, music, mga gig, lahat sila kahit yung mga medyo sikat na, iba-iba sila ng sagot. Yung arts expression yan eh. Tapos yung arts impression yan eh. Yung arts resistance yan sa society or sa system. Tapos lalo ko nalilito pero gusto ko pa rin yung arts. Nasagot lang yung arts na yon pagpunta ko sa spirituality.
No.
Arts.
I'm curious how old were you then when you started asking this question?
Before pa ako mag-skate. Kaya ayun yung hinahanap ko na. Ano ba yung arts na to? I was into music. I was into appreciating arts and all. Kaya ako nag-travel into different subcultures and friends. So, pinaka nasagot siya nung nagpunta na ako ng India. After 10 years na yon. After 10 years nung first ko nakalala yung mga monks. Pagdating ko sa India, everything is art. Yung mga sari ng mga babae doon, nagpupunta sila sa farm. They're wearing incredible saris.
Yeah.
Yung mga, sa doors nila, gumagawa sila ng mga mandalas.
Wow.
Tapos yung mga bahay nila, like normal people, kasama sa culture nila yon. Yung mga temples nila. Yeah, exactly. Nasa lifestyle talaga nila. Yung mga temples sa puntahan ko for thousands of years old na yung mga temples. Sobrang grabe yung mga architecture, sobrang grabe yung mga design. Pag nakita mo naman yung mga monks doon, sobrang simple rin sila. Pero yung poetry nila, yung study nila ng philosophy sa scriptures, sobrang artistic din. Kung paano nila i-present, paano nila explain yung Sanskrit na rin, kung paano nila pinakwento. Then may nagkwento sa akin na isang sadhu or isang saintly person doon. Sabi niya yung art offering siya ni Srimati Radharani, isang goddess, kay Krishna, the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Tapos nagkataka ako, pero medyo nakukunik ko, nga no, it is an offering in spiritual love. Tapos nabasa ko sa scriptures habang sinesearch ko siya, pero may onting hint na. Sabi dun sa BHAGAVAD GITA, may story na example ng isang sadhu, lately lang to mga hippie times na, nag-talk siya sa isang art gallery, I think sa New Zealand yon. Sinasabi niya sa mga artists, masyadong tayong, we worship the people who paint the nature. We copy the flowers, we copy the sunset. Kasi we worship them because ang galing nila mag-copy ng mga nature into pen and ink or oil or acrylic. Pero nakakalimutan natin kung sino talaga yung creator ng flower na yon. Ay, hindi lang siya sobrang ganda, sobrang intricate. May scent pa siya.
Yeah.
May mga herbal and medicine pa siya. And lahat yung nakasulat sa scriptures. So doon ako lalong na mind blow na interested ako since bata ako. Na-connect ako siya into spirituality. Tapos yung love ko rin sa animals, sa mga pets and all. Na-connect ako siya, wala namang ibang sagot kundi plant-based diet kasi hindi ko na kailangan isipin na, nga, baka patayin na lang yung pet ko or from health and from compassion, medyo nag-iiba and kaya siya ng lifestyle. So yun, nagtuloy-tuloy ako after ng India ko. I was into doing arts and business back then. Pagbalik ko sa Pilipinas, iba na.
Anong iba na? Parang, so you were in arts and business, tapos medyo you couldn't unsee what you saw in India. So ano nangyari when you got back?
Well, nag-iba na yung mga desires ko, nag-iba rin yung mga goals ko. At the same time, hindi ko lang siya gusto gawing lifestyle. Ang naintindihan ko pagpunta ko ng India na, wala nakakatakas sa old age. Sabi sa scriptures and sabi ng isang sadhu doon, lahat ng those who take birth have to die.
True.
Eh yung death, sobrang takotin tao pag-usapan. Huwag natin pag-usapan yung death. Knock on wood.
Yeah.
Eh ako sobrang curious ako. It's an art form kung paano sila mamatay sa India. Open, wala silang casket. They cremate those yung material body na namatay on the bank of the river. And sabi ko, ba't maraming saintly person nakatambay doon sila nakatira malapit sa cremation? An explanation pala nila doon. It is always a reminder na wala makakatakas.
Galing.
That's true.
Yeah, exactly. Tapos, ano ba yung old age? Tinanong ko rin siya, ano ba yung old age? And they were saying, walang limited number na old ka na. Hindi porket 40 or 50 ka old ka na. Old age is before dying. At the same time, wala makakaalam kung kailan ka mamamatay. So, pagbalik ko rito, sabi ko, pwede old na ako, pwede ko na magawa yung mga gusto ko. I have to do it.
That's amazing. And I think that learning is priceless. I mean,
exactly.
I mean, I don't know if the word is cliche, but like as maybe cheesy as it would sound, I mean, what you said was so eloquently put. Parang, ang ganda ng pagkasabi. Yung parang, how would you best describe old age to someone who is like not knowledgeable with regards to spirituality? I think that would be the best way to put it into context. Kasi, di ba, parang old, again, is relative. Di ba, some people say that you can biologically be so old, but if your mindset and the way that you approach life is still carefree and like a young child, then you're able to maintain that. Gano'n ka katagal sa India?
Well, since pumunta ako doon, yearly na ako napunta balik. And last year, I was there for a year.
Wow.
So,
how was that?
It's really different. It's really different because being a tourist is different in India. But traveling is also different. Yung pupunta ka sa mga bahay, experience their lifestyle. And being a monk, living in their temples is way much more different. Kasi you get to see behind the scenes kung paano yung mga nakikita nila sa temple, kung paano yung relationship also ng monks. Kasi honestly, kung nakikita niyo yung mga monks sa mga videos ngayon or sa ibang mga documentary, iba yung pagkakilala ng tao. Pero monks are fun. Happy sila. Alam mo, wala silang stress eh.
Oh my God.
They don't own anything. So wala silang problema. They won't lose anything also.
I'm curious about, kasi I got to spend some time sa a Tibetan Buddhist monastery sa Kathmandu. And I spent like a week there. Tapos, we weren't allowed to engage with the monks kasi parang that was the rule for some reason. So parang, observe lang namin sila. Like parang yung mga exercises nila, yung mga games nila. But I was always curious though, for especially yung mga new monks, na meron pa bang struggle with the self na parang, am I being the best monk I can be? Alam mo yung self-inflicted stress and
Oh,
pressure
yes.
to be a good monk, whatever that means. Does that exist? Do monks go through that? I'm curious.
Yeah, of course. There's an analogy in philosophy in comparison to those who practice this lifestyle, this spirituality. It is like pag pinatay mo yung electric fan, di ba umiikot pa siya?
Yeah.
Oo.
Pag pumunta na sa temple yung monks, nag full-time na siya, may desire pa rin. Umiikot pa rin yung electric fan. So, ando pa rin yung desire kasi hindi namamatay yung desire. What's your mga desire sa heart? Andun pa rin. Material desire, desire for fame, desire for money, or desire for relationship. So,
Primary
andun pa rin.
driver.
Yeah, exactly. So, living amongst the monks, mas naalagaan yun kasi with all the association and the lifestyle, or they call it sadhana, yung practice mo araw-araw, the meditation, the study of philosophy. Favorite ko yung study of philosophy. The services. If you're in a farm like what we have here, we're living in a Braj eco-village, an eco-village, ibang engagement namin or services namin is do farming. So, very grounding talaga siya. So, yung desire is naka-cleanse, na-purify. Although, hindi nawawala talaga yung desire. Na-purify siya, i-spiritualize mo yung desire. Gagawin mo siyang into mode of goodness or mode of pure goodness, or tawag nila sa yoga or Sanskrit, satvagun. Satvik, magiging satvik yung lifestyle or yung desire. So, nandun pa rin siya. Andun pa rin yung desire. Pero ayun yung di basta-basta makita ng ibang tao. Pero it's really fun. May napuntahan akong temple and tawag nila Gurukul or school ng mga monks from just toddlers hanggang lumaki sila. May kung fu sila doon.
Wow.
Tapos they're playing a lot. Pero yung lifestyle iba kasi yung association mo iba, hindi ka exposed into other lusty things sa labas. So mas in screen yung nangyayari. Exactly. Pero ang maturity nun, kakaiba din. You need to go out. You need to share the knowledge.
Yeah.
You need to share the kindness. Parang meron siyang training pa rin. May training, sadhana, para pag mas control mo na yung senses mo, mas control mo na yung, mas knowledgeable ka na, well into qualities mo rin into become a subordinate or disciple ng isang guru, mas madali mo siya i-handle pag nasa labas ka. So, it's an analogy of being a lotus. Yung lotus is may reservoir of water, pwede siyang hindi ganun ka-pure, maputek and all. Pero pag lumabas yung lotus, sobrang ganda niya, sobrang bango niya. Pero hindi siya contaminated ng water. Lagi siyang pure. So, kaya lahat ng spiritual things, lahat may lotus. Kahit sa... Ngayon, I think uso sa mga tattoo yung lotus eh. So, that's the main meaning. Kahit ilagay ka sa city, ilagay ka sa third world country, ilagay ka sa New York or sa BGC, or ilagay ka sa red light district, you'll remain that purity because of the practice, yung connection sa spiritual master, and yung knowledge sa scriptures. So, hindi lang siya sentimental na, ay, feeling ko spiritual na ako or ano ako, ayoko na dun sa mga bad habits ko. Nagme-meditate na ako 30 minutes a day. No? Kailangan armed ka with knowledge.
Yeah.
Armed ka with association mo. So, huan siya as a whole being siya. Then, you can go out. You can share this knowledge. You can have the experience also the outside world and give them the association. Oo nga, no? Masyadong material yung takbo ng utak ng tao. And they forget na temporary lang yun. And back dun sa pinag-usapan natin kanina, mamamatay pa rin lahat.
Mamamatay pa rin lahat.
Ang tanong, how will you live spiritually? Kasi lahat ng material na bagay is temporary. How will you use those temporary things spiritually para magamit mo in advancing spiritually? That's, I think, purpose ng yoga, to control the senses, to control the mind. And mas makita mo, matanggal yung conditioning sa mind natin, sa hearts natin. Mas makita natin yung reality, yung truth. Oo nga, no? Hindi talaga ito yung purpose ko. Ano ba yung problema ko kanina? Ba't natouch yung ego ko doon tapos nasira na yung buong araw ko? So, when we practice spirituality, parang, mabilis natin ma-remind na, nga, no? Ba't ba ako galit? Well, ayun yung isang cool thing sa mga monks inside the temple. You get to see behind the scenes. Pag lumabas na sila, Parang battlefield yun eh. Battlefield against Maya, they call it, or illusion. Then they help other people to wake up. Diba ngayon uso yung awakening,
yeah.
stay awoke. Diba?
Yeah.
And we're often...
Sobra.
we're often making fun of it sa kami mga monks. Ang daming awoke ngayon. Yeah, they're being introduced into spirituality. The question is, ayaw nila bumangon.
Ayaw talaga. Alam nila eh. Ayaw pa rin eh.
Ang ganda nun. Ang ganda nun. Gising pero ayaw bumangon.
How you act, how you do, how you revolutionize your lifestyle. You know, they want to move pero walang drive. So I think ayun yung nakikita kong purpose ko na I do this service, I serve people into at least ma-question nila yung sarili nila. Ano meron? Anong nangyayari sa buhay ko? Ano ba yung goal ko? Ano ba yung belief ko ngayon? So I don't like shove yung philosophy sa throat nila. No? I'm just like having fun and making genuine friends sa labas. Kasi honestly, yun na-observe ko everywhere. People are looking for genuine friends.
They are. Yeah.
Definitely.
Pero, for sure, you're good friends. Matagal kayo magkakalala na.
Madami na rin.
That's a treasure. Ma-redefine yung wealth pag na buksan yung mind mo dun sa relationship. Diba? And what more if you're having connection then spiritually? Yung relationship mo spiritually. So,
if I may ask,
like us, for sure.
You mentioned nagsiskate ka. So, ngayon, yung mga, longboard, trickboard?
Yeah, trickboard.
Trickboard, okay. Pero yung mga nakakasama mo dati, do you still see them or wala na talaga? Totally out of your life si skating?
Well, that's the wonder and amazing thing about internet. We still got connected. Nakita na pa rin nila ako. Kasi, when we were young, marami kang nickname eh. Depende kung anong activity mo. Diba? Okay. Iba, depende kung may magaling may magaling into making tricks and all. They will call him siya yung si Malupit. Kasi siya yung magaling talaga eh when we were young. Eh. So, we connected. Tapos, they visit me here. Honestly, yun na-observe ko rin bukod dun sa gusto ng tao ng genuine friendship. Na-observe ko the main problem ng people around the world, especially the youth, mental health. They're suffering from anxiety. They're suffering from depression. And ayun yung mostly, that's why they visit me. And that's why, ayun yung sabi ko, ayun yung service ko. To at least give them not yung mga, how they call it, some healing and all. I just give them the philosophy.
Yeah.
Yung philosophy na sabi sa BHAGAVAD GITA 6.6. For one who have controlled the mind is the best friend. And for the one who have failed to do so, it is the best and worst enemy.
So true.
So mind lang.
But like
you can perceive something the wrong way. Diba?
Exactly. But I've tried skating when I was a monk na. Nakapag-kickflip pa naman ako.
Nice. Solid.
Magaling pa rin yun. Mahirap yun.
Nagulat kami. Tapos yung mga kids na mga monks, they're trying to skate din. Nagulat, Kaya medyo fun. Pero of course, pag maraming tao,
Sobra.
You were saying.
Yeah, pero diba, I mean, no. Like, I guess, like, you can still skate though, right? Parang, I mean, can you skate in the eco village?
Now, actually wala rin akong taste to skate ngayon.
Bakit? Curious ako dyan.
Well, trinay ko siya, nag-try ako. I like to ride. Of course, feel mo yung when you're doing things like sports or you're doing things like yung mga hobby, para din siyang yoga eh. It makes the mind silent.
It does.
Oh,
Skating is very meditative, actually.
Exactly. So, nabibusy yung mind and all. So, I find other things na nafe-feel ko rin yun. Nafe-feel ko rin yung ganong active meditation. Well, the lifestyle of a monk is like that. We wake up 3:30 in the morning. We do our
Wow.
sadhanas, go to the temple, we meditate on beads. I'll show you my beads. So, we meditate on beads like this one.
I've
So
always wondered
we
how
chant
do you
our prayers
meditate?
from here.
Okay. Pero parang rosary ba siya? Or like, so forgive my ignorance, hindi ko talaga alam kung paano ginagamit yung beads.
Yes, if you would see, may connection lahat ng spiritual practice sa buong mundo. They use beads to count their prayers or mantras. In the practice of Hare Krishna monks, we chant the Hare Krishna mantra. If napapakinggan mo palagi si, George Harrison?
Yup, of course.
Beatles?
Of course.
Of course.
Hare Krishna. Big Hare Krishna follower.
Yeah, isa lang avid practitioner ng chanting ng Hare Krishna. Although, hindi siya nag-monk, hindi siya tumira sa temple. Pero what he did is very practical kasi hindi lahat para sa kanila yung pagiging monk. If you're a musician, you can use your spirituality of the practice of Hare Krishna into it. If you're an artist, you can paint and use that spirituality also. So, ang ginawa ni George Harrison, he wrote songs na makaka-awaken ng mga tao until now. Yung mga nakapakinig nung kanta niya, ano kanta niya? I Me Mine. Bakit I Me Mine? And he talks about the false ego, the ego na yung buong tao lagi niya iniisip, I Me Mine. Ako, sa akin, ako pag may-ari ko. Then doon umiikot. Tapos yung realization na yon hanggang ngayon, decades ago, nakaka-awaken pa rin ng mind. So yun, naglagay din siya doon ng mga lyrics ng Hare Krishna mantra. So you can sing the Hare Krishna mantra as a meditation with the help of music like yung ginagawa ni Nick. That's very helpful actually, the sound vibration, the instruments.
Yeah.
Ayun yung nagko-control isang way para ma-free yung mind. Yung ibig sabihin ng mantra is man is mind, tra is to liberate. So when you're using mantras, sound bathing, and other instruments, it helps para ma-free yung mind sa mga miseries.
Exactly.
Yung if you're suffering for other things na galing sa mind din. So pwede mo rin siyang gamitin yung beads as chanting the mantras, Maha Mantra. So they use it, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Then they move. Then hanggang umabot sila. This is 108. Tapos usually us, your mga full-time monk, we chant 16 rounds of it. It's equivalent to almost 2 hours a day.
Wow.
Yeah. That's the minimum.
Minimum. Mental exercise talaga eh. Wow. Mental training. Training talaga.
Yeah, exactly.
That's amazing though.
When you're parang muscle din yung yung mind eh. Hindi mo siya ginagamit, mag-atrophy. Yung mind natin, pag di natin ginagamit into studying philosophy, studying spirituality, we don't practice kindness and all. Rumurupok din siya tapos di mo alam kung paano ka ko-connect sa mga tao. Yung may mga rudeness, may ganito. So, it's very important to have the mind under control. Yeah, so yung mantra meditation, the Hare Krishna mantra meditation, is the best way to control the mind because of the sound vibration. It is oldest of the oldest, and all the scriptures, the VEDAS, the Puranas, the essence is to do this as the part of the Bhakti Yoga or controlling the mind through the names, the holy names.
Pero
kaya yung mga monks chant lang sa chant.
Yeah, exactly. Pero di ba actually si Inni gave me the book, the Hare Krishna book that was the interview of George Harrison and John Lennon. So I read that book and I've been reading it, like I go back to it every so often. And like I remember one particular story in the book when I think it was George Harrison. He was saying that he felt like the plane was going to crash already. And then the whole time, they were just chanting the Hare Krishna mantra. And parang yung katabi niya started chanting na rin kasi parang it seemed that they started to get calm. And I don't know, I really like that because me naman, I mean, I don't share this with a lot of people then, but like, ako naman, my background's Kundalini Yoga. But what they don't know about it is that a lot of Sikhs are Kundalini yoga practitioners. So, parang they have this thing, a mantra called Ad Gorename, Jugat Gorename, Sat Gorename, Siddhi Guru Dev Vename. It's called the heart protection mantra. So when you go out, let's say you travel, you take a plane. My habit now, when I get into the car, before I even start the car, I'm chanting out loud, Ad Gorename, Jugat Gorename, Sat Gorename, Siddhi Guru Dev Vename. I chant it 3 times. And I was never very conscious about it. I just kind of realized that parang throughout the years that became part now of my everyday life. And when I don't feel safe, I'll chant it. So parang I guess when I put it into context with our listeners, especially since we're in a predominantly Catholic country, it's like a prayer, diba? It's like making the sign of the cross. Same thing lang, just different words, but same concept.
Exactly.
Yep. Yung hawak sa rosaryo, di ba, sa ilalim ng mirror. Talagang that's very Filipino eh.
Yeah.
Nakasabit, and then they hold it, and then they give a little prayer.
Exactly. It's yoga. You're connecting. You're connecting. May philosophy nga doon eh. In the Philippines, pwede mo tawagin yung araw na araw. When you go to America, you can call it sun. When you go to India, Surya. Punta ka sa Japan. Ano may sa Japan? Alam ko na. Anyway, iba-ibang pangalan. Pero, so, if you practice, it's just different names. Yung iba, they don't like the word religion kasi nababaduyan sila or may connotation na medyo hindi maganda yung mga impression sa word na religion.
Yeah.
Exactly. Yung iba, they use spirituality. In this, most of the yogi spiritual practitioners, they use dharma. And dharma is one of the best explanation is like water. Water, hindi mo matatanggal yung pagiging wet niya. Natural institution niya is being wet. Pag naging yellow siya, hindi yun yung natural niya. It's to be wet, ayun yung natural. Yung fire is maging mainit. Yung soul, or yung isang person, ang natural na dharma niya is to become a servant.
A servant.
Oo nga. Boss ako.
Yeah.
Ako yung boss nag-serve sa akin yung mga nagkatrabaho sa akin. Paano ako naging servant? Yung kukunin mong, kung CEO ka, yung dividends na kukunin mo sa company mo, bibigay mo sa misis mo. Servant ka na misis.
Totoo yun.
I like that.
Diba?
Good advice.
Tapos, hingi sa'yo yung mga anak mo, you're serving them. If you're a king, hindi. Pati yung mga family ko nag-serve sa akin. But they will forget. They serve their senses. Yung iba nag-work sila just to travel and try a lot of restaurant para serve the sense of taste. Yung ano rin nila, yung tummy nila. Or some, they do sexual intercourse and doon nabatakbo yung buhay nila. Just for that senses. Iba to see wonderful sight, mag-travel sila. So still serving the senses. Yeah. The practice of yoga is to control it, not to stop, to control it, and para alam mo kung kanino ka mag-serve, kung para saan mo ibibigay yung service na yun. And if you're doing it selflessly, and that's one step to spirituality. That's alternative lifestyle. Kasi lahat ng tao, I, me, mine.
Yeah, exactly.
Dapat serve sila sa akin, ano?
Like, totally agree with that idea. Kasi, like, you said it yourself, like, sadhana, diba? And Hare Krishna, you have that, but like even in with the Sikhism and Kundalini yoga, they call it sadhana too. You know, they always say nga, parang whenever things get difficult, kung may problema ka, what's the answer? Sadhana. Doesn't matter if you're feeling bad, if you're feeling sad, you still do it. Kasi yun yung parang kina-cultivate yung vessel mo eh. Para regardless of your situation, kaya mo pa rin. Kasi you can see that it's just temporary. You know that it's part of being human, but you know, you're just serving, but you keep serving other people. You keep serving the planet, which is, I mean, I really hope that people can realize na, especially now in this pandemic, na ito yung kailangan talaga, like selflessness, hindi yung selfishness lang.
Exactly. That's why I like your, really love your podcast kasi doon kayo naka-niche, doon kayo naka-focus. especially these times, perfect timing. And yung mga tao are asking questions everywhere. You will, like, me personally, I will receive from a long lost friend ko, or even yung mga kaskate ko dati, they will ask inquiries. Kasi even they're very stable before materially, then these things happen, nakikita nila yung temporary things, saka ano ba talaga yung dapat i-maintain nila. So, nagkakaroon sila ng questions, nagkakaroon sila ng trigger. O nga, no, ano ba dapat? And these things, this podcast is for them to experience.
Thank you.
Open.
Thank you.
So, salute. Sobrang ganda na itong
Thank you.
Salamat. Yun talaga yung goal namin, honestly. Pinag-usapan namin ni Nikito years ago, pero it never felt like it was the right time. And a few months ago, nung nag-usap kami ulit, we figured parang ito na yung panahon na dapat natin pag-usapan yung mga bagay-bagay with the right people in order to get certain messages across to more people. Not force it to everyone. Tulad ng sabi mo, hindi natin pipilitin like to shove it down their throat. More of, we put it out there, and whoever is in line with our frame of thought, or whoever is curious to find out more about other perspectives, then this could be an avenue for anyone. It's open to everyone.
Exactly.
And sometimes not all people are ready.
They're not.
Pero you are both of you are just planting the seeds.
Yun lang
One
talaga.
day or another, in the future, yung question na yan, yung curiosity na, uy, may napakinggan ako dito sa dalawang to, ito yung pinag-uusapan nila. They will be much more curious. Depende sa readiness ng lupa kung kailan tutubo yung buto. Pero sometimes, ando na yung buto. When you plant the seed, only time can tell.
Exactly. Ito medyo strange observation to about what's been happening with a lot of people. Like, actually today, somebody I don't even know called, parang asked me on Instagram. She was one of my students. Parang she went to my one class. Tapos parang sinabi sa akin, can you call me now? I'm like, sige. Oh. So parang I was still in bed. Like I just woke up and then parang umiiyak siya. Parang she was like, hindi ko alam kung ba't sobra kong depressed. And then parang she started talking about, na she was getting really sad, and parang she's an artist, parang painter. So parang hindi daw siya maka-paint, hindi daw siya maka-exercise, at parang feeling niya burden na daw siya to her friends. So ayaw niya mag-open up. And then parang I was just like listening and, telling her, I wasn't giving her advice. I was just telling her, look, marami kang options. Like may mga mahihirap na options, may mga madaling options. You can go the psychological route, you can do the spiritual route, you can do the, you can do the physical route, like exercising, diet. Pero sinabi ko sa kanya na parang mahirap talaga siya. Like to overcome depression, anxiety, may reason yan may dahilan yan. Kaya kailangan siya mahirap kasi nag-expand, gusto ko yung soul mo gusto mag-expand. Pero ikaw, parang medyo, nandiyan ka pa sa comfort zone mo And I think people always call it a midlife crisis, a quarter life crisis. But for me, when they say, I like that, that's a quote that goes around na parang, the light, the cracks are there so that the light can come in. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
Parang, I want people to realize kasi na parang problems, challenges in life, openings yan Kung ma-shift mo lang yung perception mo, you will feel yung discomfort, pero pag ma-frame mo lang siya na parang, opportunity to, parang to become a better person, to evolve. Amidst the suffering, parang yun yung, for me, that's the beautiful part of life talaga. Diba?
Exactly, yeah.
The irony of it all.
Sobrang ganda ng yung sinasabi mo with all the experiences. If you're gonna take a look at it, mas madali mag-turn into spirituality pag naranasan yung difficult times.
Sobra.
Kasi pag okay yung buhay mo, bira yun. Relax ka. You have a lot of food in the ref. You have nice car. Be merry. Sobrang Mahirap puntahan yung spirituality pag yung iba, iko-question sila, ito ba talaga yung happiness? Pero yung iba hindi, nalalasing lang sila dun sa material things. Pero once these things dumating, sabi mo when the crack is there, dun papasok na. Once na mag-experience ng isang tao to, that's the time na magko-question siya. Why am I suffering? Bakit nangyayari sa akin to?
Yun
I'm a good person.
Yun
diba?
talaga. Yun talaga.
Pag may mga question ka na ganun, that's the key into spirituality. Kasi mag-doubt ka na sa lifestyle mo. Ito ba talaga yung gusto ko? Kasi tawag nila doon, chewing the truth or, sige, mas relatable. Sabi ni Einstein, the definition of insanity is doing the same thing again and again and expecting different results.
Yep.
Exactly.
Diba?
Exactly. And I think Einstein was a very spiritual person, apart from his very scientific background. Sobrang woke siya.
Sure.
Sobrang woke.
Spooky action at a distance, right? Yung quantum mechanics.
Exactly.
Yeah. That's basically the energy around us that cannot be quantified. Well, I mean, neutrinos now, right? They say that it might be quantifiable, but we'll wait and see.
Yeah. Actually, he's been reading yoga books.
Really? I didn't know that. Talaga?
Yeah, he was. He's really a good scientist kasi when you're a scientist, you go far and beyond and tapos nung marireach na yung end matter to something or someone who's the source na nag-trigger neto, nag-create neto and all. Then they go beyond there. Tapos inaaral nila to. Yung mga naging friends ko ngayon sa UP Los Baños, I became a volunteer sa isang vegetarian restaurant sa UP Los Baños. Nakausap ko yung mga PhD teachers doon, mga professors. May grupo sila na into spirituality. Then, nag-move beyond sila kasi lahat ng naaral nila, still a question. Then, they move dun sa things beyond ng matter, which is spirituality. Si Einstein, perfect example doon. I'm not expert on this, pero may grupo sila, may study sila about it, na may mga scientists na mag-go beyond. May mga scientists na they worship matter, they worship science. Pero ang totoong spirituality, mixture ng spirituality, ang totoong teachings ng VEDAS and spirituality, mixture siya ng science and ng spirituality.
I like that.
Yung
like that.
Yoga.
Yeah.
Yoga is in the scriptures. Yung health, before pa sila nagkaroon ng Western medicine, may gamot na sila sa Ayurveda and sa yoga. Nasa
bago naging fad.
Yeah.
Exactly. Tawag nga nila sa
thousands of years.
Exactly. Tawag nga nila sa alternative herbal medicines, alternative medicine. Pero
it's the original medicine. Original siya.
Exactly. 200 years lang naman yung Western medicine, di ba? So parang gano'n. Si Einstein. Yeah.
And I think yung problema, no, hindi naman problema, but I think yung biggest contrast ng modern world ngayon, yung everything is so instant, everything is ready to go.
Oh yeah.
Na parang, like you can get food, you can get anything sent to you by the touch of your finger. In a way, you're almost playing God already. Pero
even relationships,
you Bumble na lang, Tinder na lang, swipe.
Yeah.
Parang how can you even go back into the analog way of and even the challenging way of like embracing sadhana,
Exactly.
Pero I think that's the biggest conundrum now, diba? Ano ba talaga? How are we gonna find the midpoint between technologies, the speed of life, and
I think
spiritual practice?
That's what Radhacaran was saying, I think, earlier. Yung you train yourself well in solace and with your spiritual master to the point where when you step back out into the world, regardless of the medium that you're exposed to, you're able to still maintain that yung not stance, but like your true self does not change. It does not adjust to the situation, but just stays the same. Correct me if I'm wrong. I don't mean to sound as though I know everything, but like basing lang on what you said earlier.
Yeah, that's actually true. Pero we're not, the main teachings and practice for us is not to be complacent. we respect the material energy, we respect yung mga influence na pwede kaming madala rin doon. So, in a humble request, in a humble way, we do our services. So, we're not like going there, we will conquer the material world, we'll conquer the city.
Yeah.
We're gonna make them spiritual person. No, we're in the mode of request, in the practice of humility. And that's what's
Understood.
cool. That's what's cool about spirituality. And comparison to just material life. Material life is pataasan eh. Career, name, kailangan number 1. It's a competition and all. When you like this spiritual talk and practice of sadhana, practice of yoga, practice of sound bath, it's a way na mas ma-humble mo yung sarili mo eh.
Yeah.
The way you gonna go down and much more humbler and much more in respect sa mga tao sa paligid. Mas na-feel mo yung sa dharma mo as a servant ay mas magiging fulfilled ka talaga. In comparison dun sa pataasan kasi yung bundok na inakit nila walang katapusan eh.
Walang katapusan talaga.
Pero once na ma-realize na, bakit ba ako nagko-compete? Hindi ko naman, alam mo yun, wala naman talagang finished line yun eh. Pero if you realize by the practice of sadhana and or yung doing some services in the mood of request, in the mood of humility, mas fulfilling siya. Kasi yun yung mapufulfill yung real dharma natin as a servant. Napansin ko in the recent times, like what you're saying also, Nick, na may tumawag sa'yo and all, na depressed sila. And common denominator yan because of the trying times.
Yeah.
Nauna na yung pumutok yung Vulcan Taal. Then, may mga forest fire. Andyan yung pwede mag-trigger ng war, then pandemic, then yung rally about racism, then pati yung political problems sa atin. People are getting crazy kasi ang dami dumadating na nadi-disturb yung mind nila because of all these things. Basically, madi-disturb yung mind natin if we're not stable and di natin alam yung nangyayari. Pero like the spiritual person, nadi-disturb sila kasi ang dami nagka-suffer ng mga tao.
Yeah.
Yung compassion na nakikita nila na, basically, kailangan lang naman ng soul. Dalawa lang naman eh. To be loved and to give love. And sobrang na-deprive sila doon. Na-feel nila na like yung sa racist na sobrang na natatapakan sila. Natatapakan din sila minsan sa like ng government or inequality. Ang daming nangyayari. So, nangyayari yun and they feel depressed, they feel anxiety, they don't know the future. And yung future, hindi nila alam yung mangyayari next. Yung security na and all. Then they don't have this practice para maging stable sila. It's really like a dangerous place for a lot of people. Pag na-shake yung mind natin, yung belief system natin, na-shake yung character natin because of the outside things.
As a
Kaya
collective.
sobrang importante, like, exactly, collective din siya. And sobrang importante, like, this kind of activities to uplift people, to restart sa kanila na, ito yung mga importanteng bagay pala sa'yo. Hindi yung mga naset natin goal or yung iniisip natin na pinapanindigan natin na image natin na tingin sa atin na ibang tao. So, nare-restart sila and they're starting to ask questions and all. And us, I think that's the responsibility of those so-called awoke. Yung responsibility ng mga yoga teachers, yung mga healers and all. And it's to let them know na ito yung need ng soul, to love and to give love and to practice it.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Agree. 100%.
100% agree.
100%.
It's so simple, but at the same time,
Exactly.
it's not
so hard.
It's so hard.
It's so hard,
Yeah.
but they're actually
So simple because it's free.
Yeah.
Yeah. Although there are some institutions who have, I think, relatively good intentions that have tried to somehow not quantify but put it into context for more people, like HeartMath, di ba, Nikki? That US company, parang they're trying to explain in a more structured way, or rather, no, not structured, but more modern traditional way, I think is the way to put it. Like a more modern traditional way of understanding regarding what they like to call heart coherence. Parang sa kanila, it is the syncing of the heartbeat and the mind that leads to some sort of it's like a wave, and the more steady that wave is between different individuals, the less turmoil there is in the world. That's their basic concept, I think. I mean, I could be misinterpreting it, but from my humble understanding, that is the way that I received the message from what they were trying to do. Okay naman din. And but of course, easier said than done. Right?
Exactly. And I like actually nabubuhayan ako ng dugo when I see people doing and putting a lot of effort into doing these things, to uplift other people, to give them knowledge about spirituality or knowing the yung self nila and all, to connect. Like yoga literally means to connect.
Really?
Diba? To connect to other people. Sobrang iba na yon. If you connect, especially now, like lockdown, maraming tao na I couldn't 100% connect to other people na sa experience nila because we're living in the farm. Pero if you're living in a small apartment, hirap no kasi wala kang personal interaction to other people. Even you're online always.
Nakakabaliw.
Iba yung exactly.
Kasama mo talaga, yung harap-harapan. Talaga iba yung human connection. We were just talking about that, Nikki, when we first hung out. Sinasabi namin, iba talaga pagkatabi mo yung tao, tapos kausap mo.
Iba talaga.
Ibang-iba.
I mean, and you really feel I guess ito yung mga silver lining from this new normal na parang you really appreciate talaga yung face-to-face encounters, parang may kasama ka sa bahay, 'di ba? Like
pagpaplanuhin mo din talaga, hindi parang dati na ang bilis, cellphone.
Ngayon
pero before we take it for granted.
Sobra.
Exactly.
Ngayon, wow, parang mag-meet kami na ito, sobrang, like when I see my brother, nagkikita kami, he lives just nearby, pero nagkikita kami, like we cherish it, no? Tapos, we talk about a lot of good things, a lot of plans, how to do other services and all. And mas fulfilling siya na, I have this person na I really connect to. Yeah. Personally, or kahit di kami magkasama, nagko-connecta kami. And nasarap niya, especially kung person in physical. Sobrang kaiba.
Sobra.
Like when you practice yoga, asana, or meditation, you're doing it alone, pero pagtapos mo, ang sarap, nakakonekta ka sa tao, nakakonekta ka sa nature.
Yeah.
Diba? Parang, namaste. Lahat na lang.
Mas bright lahat. Parang sobrang HD.
Diba?
Hindi ko nga kaya mag-yoga na may ibang tao eh. Tanong mo si Nikki, kahit nga video, hindi ko kaya. Pero pag mag-isa, for some reason, nagagawa ko.
Exactly.
No,
pero after ng yoga, mas masarap, mas madali kumonekta sa ibang tao.
Madali talaga. Mas masarap talaga. And yun nakaka-miss. Ako na-miss ko talaga yung face-to-face classes, tapos yung interaction pagkatapos. Kasi good vibes talaga eh. Talagang no one's complaining, no one's, walang toxic, talagang nice, pleasant conversations, diba? Parang, yun yung masarap. And, I think naman we will get to that point again. I think this is just it's all temporary, this thing. We will go back to the way things were in a different way maybe, pero the interactions I'd like to believe will be even more meaningful pa.
You know what I pray always? Na sa scriptures, it is said, matras parsas tu kontayas, sitos sa suka dukada, gamapiyo tam nitias, tam titik siya babarata. Yung daw, impermanent appearance ng winter sa summer.
Yeah.
Sobrang temporary niya. Kino-compare lang siya sa happiness and distress. Temporary din. So, na-experience natin yung distress, yung depression, then happiness. If one who practice spirituality and yung self-realization, gusto na maintindihan yung sarili nila, magigets nila lumalagpas din siya. And I pray na yung mga tao ngayon experiencing this, malagpasan nila. Pero hindi nila makalimutan yung experience na yun, na back to normal na wala na uli yung connection, andun na uli si instant, tapos yung kindness sa ibang tao, yung tulong sa ibang tao, nawawala na uli. Kasi parang back to normal na uli. If they would value yung experience na to to positively change and ayos nila uli yung goals nila sa buhay, if they would practice spirituality, that will be better. Alternative lifestyle, mas maganda. And that's, I'm praying na bumalik sa normal, mawala yung suffering, pero yung thinking natin is on point. Hindi tayo maliligaw ulit.
We want the same thing, to be perfectly honest. We've talked about it as well, na moving forward, sana yung mga bad habits na kaya na nating we can let them go. Na, hindi iwanan. I don't like the word iwanan. Mas maganda para sa akin yung parang ma-let go lang natin in the right way. Exactly. Parang we've learned the lessons we need to learn from those things. And we move forward.
I'm gonna go back to what you said kanina, which I think is the tagline of this entire podcast episode. Yung gising na, ayaw lang bumangon. Gising lahat kayo, ayaw nyo lang bumangon. Bumangon na kayo. Alam niyo naman eh.
Yeah, exactly.
Stay awoke.
Oh,
I love it.
Bangon ka rin, di ba? Don't snooze.
Hindi pwedeng gising ka lang tapos nakatitig ka sa dingding, di ba? Parang walang mangyayari.
Huwag kayong masanay dyan. Huwag kayo lang kayo tumitig sa taas. Bumangon na kayo. Mas masarap bumangon.
Wake up. Exactly, right? It's really nice to move. Super. It's really nice to connect to people.
You need the movement. I realized na parang, di ba, pag nasa bahay ka lang, especially ngayon sa lockdown, like, pag marami kang ginagawa, you don't really have that much time to feel, di ba? To think too much. Kung productive ka, kung parang you're doing things with purpose, with meaning, parang time kind of just blurs. I mean, yun yung mga parang signs naman, di ba? If you lose track of time, you're nag-i-enjoy ka lang, parang yun eh, di ba? But of course,
it's like active meditation with less value.
Exactly.
Like less return on your soul.
Exactly.
Kasi not to say that not to insult anyone, but like it's a very shallow form of active meditation. Parang distraction siya more than active meditation.
And what I like, I don't know where I heard this, but some spiritual tradition was saying that the key to life is to do everything to approach every single thing you do as sacred. Na from the washing your hands to combing your hair to eating, talagang see it as a spiritual experience. Like kahit even though you're cleaning the toilet, like look at it as a, diba they say yung like I kept thinking about when you mentioned sadhana. Kasi Snap knows about this when I was living in New Mexico in a Kundalini yoga ashram. Tapos yung tawag sa program that I joined was SEVA SADHANA. And SEVA means selfless service. Exactly. And then sadhana, which is the spiritual practice. And ang ganda talaga ng experience kasi talagang hindi lang siya about being busy. It was about like going to the Gurdwara, the temple. Same, 3:30, nandun kami. Tapos until 7 a.m., nandun lang kami. And then we do the chores. We have breakfast together. We help out on the farm. And I think I never thought I would like that experience, but I did. I didn't even want to leave. But the thing is, like what you said kanina, the calling is to serve. So you need to go out in the world. Parang,
exactly.
Diba? If you're, that's the hardest part. That you do need to serve.
Exactly.
What are your final words for everyone listening? Because you have so much insight, so many things to share.
Well, my final insight and also my final may even lahat ng goal ko, if I put it into essence in my life, is to practice being a servant. Not just to serve any person, not just to serve any ego that I have or any so-called culture, but to serve the Supreme Personality of Godhead, which is si Krishna. This is a personal relationship we're trying to build. Just like what we're missing, we miss the personal touch, we miss the personal connection sa tao. Yung mga tao, a soul really wants to really reconnect to do yoga. When they climb the yoga ladder, they use bhakti yoga and use the love and to connect to the Supreme Person. I think that's the peace formula. That's also the solution for every problem, material problem, is the spiritual solution. To connect ourselves to the Supreme Personality of God, Krishna. We may call it in other names, still, same, ayun yung araw in analogy. But if we're connecting it, mas makita natin yung connections about sa kay Nikki Snap. You'll be much more humble. You'll know what to serve. And you got nothing to lose.
Exactly. Brother, thanks so much. I wish we could keep
you.
going, and we'll definitely have you again as a guest. Hopefully in person, diba? Para iba naman yung vibe.
Yeah, that would be awesome.
But thanks so much. Thanks so much. Really enjoyed our
you.
conversation.
A wonderful experience. Yeah.
Thank you for taking the time. Lots of good insights, and it's really nice to hear a lot of alignment of ideas from an actual monk. It's amazing. Thank you.
I'm really
Thanks so
humbled
much.
and honored having your association. Thank you
Thanks
very
so
much. And you're welcome to visit the temple anytime na mag-open and mawala na yung mga lockdown. You can do yoga. You can have one podcast here as well.
Sounds good.
That would be. I think that
Amazing.
would be ideal.
That would be amazing.
The
That would be
energy there, I'm
amazing.
sure, is fantastic.
Yeah. Look, something to look forward to.
Exactly.